حي على الفلاح.
Aisha radiallahu anha narrates, when adultery, drinking wine, singing, dancing, and the use of various types of musical instruments become common and fashionable among the people, then the self-respect of Allah also comes into effect. If the people immediately rectify their mistakes, it stops. Otherwise, a vast area of people and grand buildings are razed to the ground and turned into heaps of mud. Take Salah as an example, the symbol of a Muslim and the bedrock of Islam. Despite it being obligatory 5 times a day, we find that the masjids are devoid of worshippers, and the state of our womenfolk in their homes is just as pitiable. In fact, the home has become a haven for many innovative practices and customs. Immorality and non-practicing of hijab by our women. Some of the most damaging tools of shaitan are television, the internet, and mobile phones. All these are considered to be essential items in every home. The fact that social media like TikTok, Snapchat, and Instagram have become the main cause of widespread singing, dancing, music, and adultery in society at large. We fail to recognize how dangerous these vices are in life. Not to mention the consequences which we are storing up for ourselves when we have to face Allah. The following saying of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is food for thought. My followers will also face incidents of sinking in the ground, disfigurement, and the raining of heavy stones from the heavens. One of the companions asked when these incidents would manifest. To this, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied, when the evils of singing, dancing, music, and drinking liquor will be common. Declaration of war by Allah, the act of degrading and insulting the truthful scholars of Islam, the pious and the virtuous, immediately calls for the descent of the wrath of Allah. It is narrated in one of the divine hadith al-Qudsi, that Allah has warned the ummah in the following manner: whosoever tries to harm my friend, wali, will surely declare war upon me. Allah certainly comes to the aid of such Allah-fearing persons immediately upon seeing them harassed or targeted for insult and ridicule. It is further reported that Allah becomes furious and declares war on those committing and dealing where interest is charged upon money. Riba, or interest, is an unjust increase in transactions and one of the major destructive sins in Islam. Before you sign that contract with riba, interest, stop and think. Is it really worth it? Do you seriously believe this interest transaction will benefit you? The bank promises to increase your wealth and property through interest-based loans. The same bank that is infamous for its deception and false promises. Whereas Allah is the one who owns the treasures of the heavens and the earth, and He never breaks His promise. Allah explicitly promises in the Quran that He will destroy all money earned through interest, while He increases in multitudes the wealth spent in charity. Allah destroys interest and give increase for charities, even though the usurer may appear rich from consuming riba. Allah will wipe off all blessings from his money and no good will remain in it. The same money will be cause of punishment for the usurer in the hereafter. Maybe you are attached to the luxuries you obtain through riba. The house you dream of or the car you wish to drive are too appealing to you. Whatever the desire is, there is no enjoyment or happiness greater than obtaining Allah's pleasure. There is no possible comparison between a temporary moment of luxury to the eternal and endless pleasure of Allah. One of the biggest reasons for having your supplications and prayers unanswered by Allah is because of the haram one consumes. Do not risk being ignored by Allah for a riba contract. Don't be deluded by shaitan and his false promises. Despite the temporary enjoyments it may bring, interest will only lead to a lifetime of misery. Give up what remains of interest in your life and return to Allah. If you're thinking of going ahead with it, turn around now. Allah will always accept you. Certain actions and behaviors can earn the anger of Allah. Disobedience to His commandments, arrogance, and hypocrisy are among the primary actions that incur His wrath. When we engage in these deeds, we distance ourselves from the straight path and risk inviting Allah's punishment. It is crucial for us to recognize these actions and strive to avoid them in order to maintain a positive relationship with our Creator. While human anger can be intimidating, the anger of Allah is infinitely more significant. If a powerful human being were extremely angry with us, it would undoubtedly disturb our peace of mind. Similarly, we should fear the wrath of Allah and understand the severity of His punishment. It is essential to internalize this fear and let it guide our actions, leading us to avoid anything that displeases Him. Indeed, we all commit sins that we're not proud of. Nevertheless, the way to Jannah is never too obstructed once you realize your flaws. Do istighfar and leave the unhealthy path of destruction that may include practicing habits severely disliked by the Almighty Allah. That said, here are another 6 deeds you should never act upon as depicted in the Quran. If you want to list yourself among those truly loved by the one who is the sustainer of all. 1. Pride. And as for those who believed and did righteous deeds, He will give them in full their rewards and grant them extra from His bounty. But as for those who disdained and were arrogant, we will punish them with a painful sentence, and they will not find for themselves besides Allah any protector or helper. 2. Evil doing. And as for those who disbelieved, I will chastise them with a severe penalty in this world and the hereafter, and they will have no helpers. But as for those who believed and did righteous deeds, He will give them in full their rewards, and Allah does not like the wrongdoers. 3. Extravagance. O children of Adam, take your adornment at every masjid, and eat and drink, but be not excessive. Indeed, He likes not those who commit excess. 4. Treachery, betrayal. O you who have believed, do not betray Allah and the Messenger, or betray your trusts while you know the consequence. If you have reason to fear from a people betrayal, throw their treaty back to them, putting you on equal terms. Indeed, Allah does not like traitors. 5. Obscene acts. Indeed, Allah orders justice and good conduct, and giving to relatives, and forbids immorality and bad conduct and oppression. He admonishes you that perhaps you will be reminded. 6. Shirk. Indeed, Allah does not forgive association with Him, but He forgives what is less than that for whom He wills. And he who associates others with Allah has certainly gone far astray. In conclusion, recognizing the reality of Allah's anger and wrath is vital for believers. We should be conscious of the actions that can earn His anger and strive to avoid them. By staying on the right path and seeking Allah's forgiveness and mercy, we can strengthen our relationship with Him and attain His pleasure.